And not a lot of people are willing to keep showing up to improve speed. And I'll give an example. So I'm currently training to compete at the USA Track and Field World Championships in 2 months. I started training 6 months out, and I sprint 3 times a week consistently. And even then, you get just such incremental improvements over time. And there's some weeks where you're not getting a new PR, or your
Uh-huh.
times are just like a roller coaster. It's just up and down. But when you zoom out and look at the macro picture from when you started month 1 to month 6, and you actually see that big improvement, you're like, wow, speed I just really need to stick with. And just coming back to just getting rid of like the gadgets and gizmos, I thought speed was hurdles and ladders and making it look flashy online. But when you really simplify speed, it's getting from point A to point B as fast as possible. And I always, whenever I present to soccer teams and coaches, I always put up on my slide a point A and a point B, and I have a side by side of a ladder going from point A
Yeah.
to point B, so a speed ladder, and then just a person sprinting. And I say, okay, who's going to get from point A to point B faster? The person tapping through the ladder or the person sprinting? And everyone's always like, oh, the person sprinting. And then I ask why, and people can't explain it. And then when I say, look, your speed is all about your stride length and your stride rate. You need to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. Ladders don't train your stride length and stride
Uh-huh.
rate. And then that's when it starts to click for people. And I think just the soccer community, even the football community, they're just not being simplified this information, and they just need to be educated.